Okay, it's my XLV750 that I picked up from a client. Hadn't been running over 8 years. Didn't take me long to get it running, and it's actually running quite nice. Took it for a ride last weekend for the first time, just up and down the street, and upon that ordered the tyres, a few other bits I'm going to need for the roadworthy. When I pull out the linkages, it took me about 20 minutes and 15 minutes of butane gas on the linkage, because as per usual with the dirt bikes and that, thing had seized in there. I've got some spares, so I'm going to put a different one in there, re-grease it all. Now the exhaust system it's not my idea of a good exhaust system, but I'm going to use it for now, and then when my garage is built I'm going to make my own, but out of stainless. But this is what I'm dealing with, and obviously the second header pipe is way too short when the front header pipe is much longer, and I don't like that. But I'm just going to clean that up today, give it a coat of flame-proof paint, and put it back on. As I said, I'm waiting for the tyres to arrive, so I've got a bunch of other things to do. Just change out levers, because they need to have the ball on the end, and they're not on there, so I have to take these what do you call them, I don't know, the hand protectors off. There's a few things that modded on this that I don't like, you know, this was made up for it and wasn't even painted, so it's all rusted. The muffler is here, it's a bit antiquated and whatnot. It's very loud. I'm going to just put a restrictor in this one for now, to quieten it up for the roadworthy, and then I'll when I go to make the new exhaust system, I'll actually put a brand new muffler on it. Got to do fork seals. I'm going to swap that front wheel out. I've got a spare front rim, so I've got to put a new disc and all that on it, and obviously the new tyre. A few little things I want to do. I've got to make up some brackets for the rear indicators, because I don't actually have any proper rear ones. I've just got these. Is that them? No, it's not them. You'll have to excuse me, I've put them somewhere, but I've got to make up some brackets for them for the rear, but they're the same style as the front. I've got to do a rear brake switch, which is completely missing. I found a rear brake switch, but no spring, so I've got to try and source a spring of some sort. I've gone through all the spares and I can't seem to find anything at the moment. And I've just got to go everything, because there was so much on this bike where bolts were so loose. The exhaust headers I could have pretty much undone with my fingers, so you know, don't trust anybody when it comes to especially motorbikes. What the previous owner's done before you. Check everything, because the last thing you need is to be doing 100k down the road and have a catastrophic failure of a component, which, you know, is absolutely terrifying. I've had a front wheel go on me at 100k an hour outside of Albury, and that, I don't know how I managed to get the bike stopped and off to the side of the road, but it was, yeah, absolutely terrifying. So don't rely on, you know, word of previous owners. Check over everything yourself. So obviously wheels and all that, they're all coming off again, so they've got to get new tyres on them and all that stuff. But you know, everything, run your spanner over everything and just double check. I'll do some updates as I go, but yeah, this is where we're up to with the Honda XLV750. Hopefully we'll have it sorted and ready for a roadworthy soon. Just a quick update. I've done oil change, oil filter, replaced the gear selector seal. Apparently they're really prone for leaking. That's been done. And clean up the exhaust system. Flame-proof paint, which we'll have to bake on once I start the bike up. I want to do the rear linkages now. It basically means I've got to put the exhaust in, and then I can put the rear suspension back in, and I've got fork seals to do, which I will do after I've done that. But so far everything's going quite smoothly. On with the next step. Okay, I just thought I'd show you this ugly muffler, which I am going to replace later, but I don't know if you can see. Yeah, it's basically, I reckon all the packing's gone, but it's pretty much a straight through with this honeycomb on the end there. I'm going to put like a reducer just on the end there, just to try and quieten it down for the roadworthy, and then I'm going to make an all new one, or modify one off eBay or something like that, with my own headers that I'm going to make. But let's see if this quietens this down. It's pretty ugly thing. I don't really want this, but it's just going to have to do for now to get me going. Well, it didn't quite quieten it down. That washer in the end though, because I think it's pulsing back to the rear cylinder, which has a short header pipe. Not sure, but it idled much better before when it had a straight pipe. Anyway, what's next? Maybe do those indicators, or I can't be bothered pulling the front end apart right now. It's fork seals, and I have to clean up. You have to excuse the mess. I'm building a garage, and basically got no workspace at the moment. Anyway, let's keep going. Okay, indicators are mounted. I just got to find a couple of terminals. It's a bit over the top at the moment. This is the ugly what I've done to the exhaust. I don't give a shit how it looks, I really don't. Much quieter. Definitely much quieter. Just the only I've got an app on the phone which doesn't seem to be much chop at all. I'm trying to get an accurate dB reading, so not sure on that just yet. You know, if they knock me back on anything, it's usually not that big a deal to sort it. All the linkages are done, so there's no more play in the back end now. It's all back. The cover was made by the previous owner, and I just painted it black because I thought it looked a bit better. The headers definitely look much better now. Yeah, I've just got to sort out the rear brake switch, which I don't have a spring. They're really long springs on these. The switch is up here, pedals all the way down here, and so it's a really long spring. So I've got to see what I can source. I've gone through all the spares and there doesn't seem to be one, so bit of a bugger. The next major thing is to pull the front end out, but I'm done for the day. It's time for a beer and stare at it for a little bit and contemplate. I'll actually have to clean up a bit before I start the forks, because a bit methodical laying all the forks out once I pull them apart and then put the new seals in. Yeah, that's where we're up to for now. I think I'll end it for now and come back after I've done the fork seals.